Hi, this is Kendra Treywick, and I just want to say that I love me some Dr. Walter Sims. It is yet again another Saturday, so this is another session, another episode, so you already know what to get ready for. Go ahead and put your big smile on. You already know what you expect, and get ready to get some wisdom, be empowered, and most of all, get some God.
See, by showing of hands, who would consider this the hood? Yeah, that's what I want. By showing of hands, would you consider this the hood? Okay, now, here's a question. First question. What is the hood? Just give me a hand and I'll let somebody. What is the hood? What is the hood? The hood is your community. Y'all agree with that? Y'all agree with that? Okay, community. This is for my notes later. Don't try to read my scribbles. Okay. Community. What else is the hood?
A short way of saying neighborhood.
A short way of saying neighborhood. That's good. So, in this particular setting, we're talking about a conversation with the hood. I mean, really, you don't have to. No, I'm not going to pull. I want the thing. I know, and I dealt with you specifically because you had a problem acknowledging this place.
I didn't have a problem with it.
You refused to call it a hood.
I chose not to call it a hood.
Why did you choose not to call it a hood?
Hood to me has a negative connotation. I agree. Now, who would agree with that? Raise your hand. Okay.
But I have a different perspective because I thought it doesn't have to be negative or derogatory. It's just, you know how we call Patricia, and you know everything, a lot of things in our neighborhood and our culture, we shorten it, you know. So I wonder if at some point we just said the hood as opposed to neighborhood. So I think it's all in how you think. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't. That's right. Yes, sir.
I think Judge Rose hit the nail on the head. It's cultural. I think we do a disservice if we don't say African American neighborhood, because for majority African Americans, we consider it a neighborhood. We just call it the hood.
Call it the hood.
It's a comfortable term for us as a subculture.
So,
or black neighborhood, however you want to identify.
All right. Now, my intention was to have the hood here, and I'll do a little background on why I'm going to stick to that term. I'm going to stick to that term because the children that are going to school with guns, the children that are listening, and you see them, you probably have seen a few of them just walking around, and I see it every day. I don't understand it, totally different music, but you'll see them and you think something wrong with them. I'm in love with the photo. Man, darling, I don't know what they are saying.
They don't need it.
What did you say, Mama Tina? Right.
All right now.
So, here's the connecting factor of where we all may differ in our opinion of the hood. The hood is a reality. No matter what your personal opinion of it is, the hood is real. The hood now, I'm not talking about a neighborhood. I'm not talking about, we call it that to shorten it for the hood. I'm talking about there is a hood mentality that exists.
Amen.
You see them in Walmart. They're loud. They're cussing their children out. Their children are cursing them out. They're trying to figure out what is going on here. You know why? Because we're still from the neighborhood. And these people consider where they're from the hood. There's a different culture that exists in our community. It's just true. I want to be friendly enough with not just us as friends, because we're going to be good friends. I want us to be friendly enough with the hood to say, you know what, I saw you. I'm not doing Walmart the other day. How do you approach someone that has a different mentality and concept of neighborhood than you? How are we going to change it if we are not capable of approaching someone that has a different concept of neighborhood than you have?
Hey guys, for all of your nutritional and health needs, go see my friends at Health Concepts, located at 1901 Wise Drive here in Dothan, Alabama. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. and they're open on Saturdays from 10 o'clock a.m. Till about 1 o'clock p.m. I love the water that they have. Their water is better than any water that you may find. Listen, go see Lisa, Doreen, and Sam, the Waterman, and they will help you live a healthy and nutritional lifestyle.
We lean to our wives and say, man, these people are doggone thing with these kids. They ain't raising their kids. Boy, right? Am I the only one? I'm the only one.
No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, okay. I just want to, because we're friends. We can be real right now, right? So, the conversation is supposed to equip us, one, with understanding that mentality, because it's not ours. We're here and we're concerned. Am I right? Y'all can talk to me. And I want us to talk. We're here and we're concerned. So the issue is, I've been on all the boards. I've been in all the groups. I've been in all the organizations. I've talked with everybody that cares. That's why this is it. This is a lot of us. Just a few more people. But this is usually your usual suspects. These are usually the people that turn out that want to do something about it. The problem has been we've never identified what to do. They get on that little black phone with the big dial. They don't even.
At the same time, at the same time, is like I agree with what she was saying. It's how they was raised. It's how they are being raised. Right. At the same time, like this lady here, if I'm out of line, she can whoop me. Yeah, that's what you then right. She go down the street and tell my mom or my parents, they'll whoop me. So it's respect. And at the same time, it's how you being raised. You got children raising children. That's the problem.
All right now. That's right.
They haven't made it through life, so that means parents that done been through it got to teach those children.
That's right.
How to be an adult.
Right. That's
what
right.
What to do. How to change it. When this child acting up at Walmart, you got to put him in line.
That's
Even though it's not your child, put him in line.
Yeah.
That's
Let
right.
the parent know. I'm not meaning you no harm, but your child's out of line.
Right.
And it's making you look bad as an adult,
right.
as a parent.
Right.
So we have to get together when we that just that person in Walmart, hey, calm down a little bit.
Right.
Let that child know.
Yeah. That's right.
And when the parent look at you and realize like, hey, you got a point there. That's when the parent will get on. It
Right.
takes us
That's
as
right.
a community to do that.
That's right.
You know,
We're whispering over here about what you said, but listen, we had a situation where a little 8-year-old watching a 3-year-old, and they kept throwing a ball in the street, and so the next door neighbor said that the next time you throw that ball in the street, I'm gonna tell your mama. When they threw the ball in the street, a car almost hit a big thing. He said, "Go in the house till your mama get home. Don't come out the house."
The neighbor said.
The neighbor.
yeah. Mom got us.
Yeah, not only did the mama get upset, she went over there knocking on the door, and the person thought she was coming to thank them. So that's why they opened the door. Because the prosecutor said, "Why did you open the door?" Well, they had no idea that one was coming to jump on them. They thought, you done saved my child's life. You told him to get out the street. She told him, "Don't you never tell my mama," and fought the person that told her child to go in the street. So that's what you're dealing with. You can't all the time just tell these people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this person was really saying, "Go in the house till your mama get home." They almost got hit. So you can't really just walk up to them and tell them, "I want to be honest," because you end up with a fight in court.
Okay.
And that really happens.
Okay. So then that brings about a question. Dealing with hood. Lack of parenting came up. Lack of good parenting is what it boils down to, right? So if you can't approach the person that is displaying very disrespectful behavior, potentially in front of your kids, right? I'm quick to tell people that are foul at the mouth. I'm like, hey, bro, listen, we just gonna have to do what we got to do. You get mad at me. I'm just, don't talk like that in front of my wife and my kids, dude. You can go to your house. This is my house. You're not gonna use that type of language. So have we, as a neighborhood, succumbed to people that have a hood mentality? Have we given in? Have our values and morals given in and said, you know what, man, he mess with this fool right here. He look like he got something. He might got something on him.
I believe we have.
Who said that?
Because of the fact that we don't know exactly as you said. We don't know what this next person has. A fear. So it almost out of fear. So I mean, we want to speak out, but we know that what we may say may be detrimental to our health, our children's health, our family's health. So what do? We stay secluded within ourselves and have our own little environment.
Wow.
Because some people don't want to change. Some people don't want to be here.
Wow.
And I don't think our morals and values have changed. You know, I would say we still got our same motivation. I'm just not fixing to say something to them acting crazy with their parents there. You know, I don't want to get into a confrontation with them. Those are their parents. And I think you could do that, Jim, but I don't think can do you stand and say something to them? Honestly, but you still got the same morals and values. Lee and Gigi not gonna listen to certain kind of music in my house. They do certain things they're not gonna do. I don't think we.
So you're controlling your house. I think the difference has become my dad. Let me talk about my dad in this neighborhood. I don't care who you were. If he saw you putting your hands on a woman, he didn't know you, didn't have to know you. He was going to stop you from putting your hands on that woman. That's the stock I come from. My morals and values. I'm not talking about my personal. I'm talking about existentially what was transposed down to me genetically, taught to me morally by my father, is if you see somebody doing something to a woman, you stop them. All right? So again, here's what I would ask us as friends. I'm not conversation with good. I'm going to ask us as good friends. We have to stop being quiet.
Yeah. But now, police tell them what happened when y'all arrest that man. What happened? Tell the truth now. She gonna get the truth. What happened?
That's true.
And I'll tell you right now, a lot of the problem is that, and this goes back to more beyond just our control of it. They're out in 12 hours. And then go right back to that house.
Well, what did that woman do when y'all try to arrest that man?
And then she might even turn around and try to come after us as well.
What do they say when they come to court?
They don't want to do it because 9 times out of 10, that's who pays the bills. And they don't want him to go to jail because they're not going to get money, and they'll back away from it. They'll come in and completely go against what they talked about.
It's not giving in. It's just our reality. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just what you deal with, and then they'll say nothing happened. He didn't hit me. Didn't get the 911 taken. Help me. You know, and I'm saying, but then it's just our reality. And I don't think it's giving in, but you go and interfere in something like that, now you end up dead. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't know what we can do, and I'm not being negative. Maybe I'm wrong, President.
No.
Because I've been in court all day. They believe it too, but they go out there, but what I see is that we're at a point where, and this might be bad to say, but there's a point where we can't reach this, a certain segment. But at some point, we've got to, and the way that we can start is to start with these young people. You know, we've got to teach them self-worth. We've got to teach them self-esteem. We've got to teach them that to make the right decisions and to be who you are, and not let anybody else influence how you think. But and until we do that, I mean, and I really feel like even at 16 and 17, at some point, they're out of control. I don't know what we can do to bring them back.
But do we agree we have to come up with something?
Of course we do.
Okay.
But more than that, then we've got to start with.
Now, this man that did not have, on top of everything else he has to pay, is obligated now $300-400 more. Where are you going to get this money from? Oh, it don't matter. He should have been held in responsibility. That's the stupidest. Hold on. That is a very void statement. No. I'm going to jump right in there. I'm going to jump right in there, good friend.
The women are not your friends.
No. No. Because that is
That's right.
Because the problem.
That's right. Looking at
That's right. Listen, I I'm not talking about old boy who don't want to do anything. Right. Not only is the lady mad, he's mad. Oh, you okay? I ain't gonna, since you want to try. I get that. That's not the dynamic I'm talking about. I'm talking about brother man who is doing the best he can. No, we ain't even got into that lane. That's a whole nother part. Because usually, if he's giving the child support, she don't want him seeing the kids. Am I? Now,
that's man. I can't tell you how many calls we get like that.
Responsibility for our actions. Personal responsibility. So if you go and lay down with that woman and you have that child, and you should be expected to take care of yourself.
Who comes up and he's told 100% vindictive women who will not live up to their responsibility as a mother to allow that father.
We gonna be good friends, Mike.
I'm all in. I just think you crossed the line with
there. I'm good. I'm married to my wife. I'm straight. I don't live with none of these women. We gonna be good friends. We gonna be good friends. Hold on. Mama Tina had it. I got you. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm coming. Who had?
I'm not talking about like you said one of these. No,
we ain't talking about old boy. Ain't talking about
buddy. I'm talking about you.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Me.
We got a child together, and I don't like her.
My wife.
You still taking care of your responsibility.
Right.
We have no business in child support.
Exactly.
Well, now you come from a different school. Let me raise this point. I was in school. I was in a middle school. I'm not going to say the name. And there was a doctor, and she was talking to the girls, and she said, "Jimmy, I'd feel better if you came while I was there." This were the 3 questions she asked one young girl who obviously did not want to be there at all. She said, well, because you kind of can see who don't want to be there. So she went in on the young lady. She said, do you plan on getting married? She said, no, I ain't plan on getting married. She said, okay. She said, okay, well, do you plan on going to college? She said, college lame. Young girl, middle school. I said, college lame. College is lame. She asked her then, she said, you plan on getting a good job, or how are you going to take care of yourself? She said, man, jobs are lame. This actually happened. The last question threw her back to question 1. She said, do you plan on having any kids? The little girl said, yeah, I plan on having 3. She lit up. I plan on having 3 babies. The doctor said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The first question I asked you was, did you plan on getting married? She said, ma'am, if I get married, I can't collect child support. Adult in middle school. Adult and teenage girl. That was her response. So there is a mentality, there is a hood mentality of what family structure is now. You gotta be with old boy. I mean, he doing this thing. I get that check. I can buy my clothes and my kids' clothes, pay my little rent, get my hair done, whatever. Take care of my responsibility. He gonna give me that check, though. She can do less. I got you coming. Stanley first. Yes, sir.
For the sake of time.
Yeah, we got an hour left.
I'm trying to get out of this. Listen to what's being said.
Yes, sir.
There's one word that I'm sure someone has said it, but it's not a. That's what the hood is. Okay. That word is trust.
All right.
And the reason I bring that up is because I'm with the Men's Civic Club, and around Christmas time we take out baskets. I parked my car right there. I went to a house, one of the apartments, to give someone some food. People started watching me. I went to that house. I knocked on the door. Nobody answered the door. Got back in my car. I went to another lady's house that I knew. She came to the door. We talked. I walked into my car. The house that I originally went to, the lady said, I didn't know who you were. She didn't trust me simply because, as someone mentioned it earlier, I did not have on a tie. I was dressed just like I am now. But I didn't look like I came from the hood. Okay. If you're going to get out of the hood, and let me tell you, some of the best financial people you have ever met are in the hood.
That's right.
They can take a little bit of something and stretch it out.
That's right.
Because I'll say to this day, and if it make you mad, I'm sorry. I have never seen anybody on welfare skin. I've never seen anybody on welfare skin. in it. Okay, so they manage your food.
You ain't lying.
Nowadays, they got iPhones and everything else.
Yes, sir.
And I got this old phone I'm not even going to show.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don't flip it out, dog.
Trust me, let me get back on track.
Okay.
Is in order for you to get
Separation of
out-
educators down to the community, down to the neighborhoods, down to the hood. There's one thing that we have to do. I don't care what your education is. I don't care where you live. I don't care what your socioeconomic status may be. I don't care what your job title or your community title may be. There's 3 R's that you have to attain if you plan on impacting and changing the structure of people that are not of the same mentality as you may be. The first R is to relate. Relate means I can't look at you from my eyes. I can't look at you from my house. I can't look at you from my money. I can't look at you from my church. I can't look at you from my job. I can't look at you from my uniform. I can't look at you from my gender. I have to relate. If I want to do something and get you to come on my side, I am going to have to relate to you. I need to know where you stay. I need to come in your house sometimes. Thank you, sir. I need to come in your house sometimes. When I go in your house, good mayor, I now realize there's no food in the refrigerator. Uh-oh, teacher. That's why he's sleeping in class and he's excited after lunch. He's hungry. If the teacher never goes to see how this kid's life is, if they can't relate to him, if they don't know their socio-economic circumstances, what that family is bearing every day. There's a teacher, friend of my mom, started at Jerry Lee Fain School. Young white lady, and she went to school her first day at Jerry Lee Fain with the "my kids are going to bring me an apple" mentality. She didn't last 2 weeks. Them little jokers ate her alive. She had no control, no relatability. No matter how loud she screamed, the more she screamed, the more they felt she was out of control. Kids laughed at her. Ha ha, she's screaming. Ha ha. That's the hood mentality. You have to be able to relate. Number 2, after you've related, I've spent some time with you, I've been to your house, I brought you to church. I came to your church if you have one. If you don't, I brought you to my church. I know you're hungry because I've been there relating. We went out to eat. I called you from, hey man, we're about to go eat something. My wife cooked some fish. Got some extra fish, dog. You know, come on through. Relating. Only once I've related can I then respond. See, we spend a lot of time responding. He said it, pull your pants up. Why you want that? Why you talking like that? Sit down. You don't know nothing? No, they don't. They don't. They honestly don't. You can only respond to something you've related to, right? Responding, I'm saying, now that I know you don't have food, hey man, you know the food bank, if you can cut some grass or something and get $25, I can fill you up with about $150 worth of food at the food, but you got to cut that grass. Now I'm responding to the problem. Money, jobs, right? Economic, structure, trust. I built the trust by relating first. I didn't just say, hey man, come on over here, what's good, man? You ain't never gonna be, it's me over here. I come over here and say, hey man, me and my wife go to church. We making it, we all right? I then can respond after I've related. The last one, most critical one, which we all want to do, a lot of us skip this part because we're changing. The last one is resolve. Relate, respond, resolve. You can't resolve a situation, officers, until you know what the situation is.
Does your heart need some rehabilitation? Are you ready to love again? Are you ready to take you to that next level? Are you ready to meet the man of your dreams? Well, if you are, join Dr. Sims for brunch on July the 18th at 10 o'clock a.m. at Delectable Edibles located downtown Dothan. The address is 150 North Foster Street. Listen, for more information, you want to go ahead and sign up and RSVP. Call Dr. Sims' office at 205-225-9757. And as he always says, if you stay high on life, life will stay high on you.
Officer Mike Woodside. So far, I think a lot of the issues that were coming about, and I kind of have a different mentality. Everyone's talking about the hood mentality, and I don't think it's so much the hood mentality as it is for lack of a better term, the thug life or the thug mentality, where it's I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna get my money, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and no matter what I have to do to get it, I'm gonna get it. I think that's where the problem really falls into. The hood, I kind of don't like calling it a hood mentality because it encompasses everybody in a community, when it's really just select people in that community that are causing the problems. And putting the fear of the rest of the community, the good law-abiding people that want to do right, that want to raise their children the right way, that won't be afraid to let them walk out and play out in the playgrounds like we're in here right now. I drive by here all the time, and there are very few kids out here during the day playing basketball out here because they're afraid. They're afraid of what may happen. They're afraid, the parents don't want them to come out here because they got people, slinging dope just down the street.
My Lord.
And that's the problem. And I think the problem, and again, that's not the hood mentality. That is a select few, select group of people that are the thug mentality.
What's one thing we can do as a community to help lessen that fear?
Well, don't be afraid. And I know this is a cliche, but don't be afraid to contact us.
Amen.
I mean, we're not going to put anyone's life in danger of an arrest, but we're going to solve a problem. If we don't know, we can't. We're going to drive around, but we have to respond to calls. But if there's a continual problem, and that's why Chiefs has started this unit that we're doing as a community impact team, is we're going to be out here. We want to know these problems. We need to know these problems so we can get out on our bikes. We can hit the streets. We can patrol these areas. So these guys that are slinging dope in the neighborhoods will see us, and we'll interfere with their ability.
My name is Sherry Fulmer, and I think the solution is to get people up and out of the house. They've gotten too comfortable, and their self-esteem is so low, and we got to build them back up. It's getting up and getting out, and that's what we have to do.
I like that.
The conversation with the hood was amazing. The turnout was exactly what we anticipated. We put 50 chairs out. It was standing room only. Some of the most important, critical, active, involved, caring, sharing, giving people were here. I think we made a good headway. We have some great notes that I took that we're going to compile into some action plans. We're going to come back. The next meeting, Conversation with the Hood Part 2, will be a all-female panel.
Oh, nice.
A all-female panel. And we're going to do all of this before school. Then the next one will be females, males. I want to have 100 men and women out here ready to talk and address the hood. But we want the hood to come out next time. So I will be showing a couple of these. Thank you, Dr. Sims. Got to go do WTV.
We would like to thank our guests for appearing on the Dr. Walter Sims Show this morning. If you would like to advertise with us, become a sponsor, or even be a guest on our show, please contact our office at 205-225-9757 or send an email to the Dr. Walter Sims Show at gmail.com. The Dr. That's Dr. Walter Sims Show at gmail.com. Again, thank you for tuning in. May God richly bless you, and we will see you again next week.